main highway, it's accessible to people as well. And the advantage for us, because we're also located here in Angeles, where we have different nationalities that visit the area. So we can also offer them a selection of different food. Dixie's came about as a family decided to really venture into food. So we thought of what food means to us, which is brings comfort, like Kapampangan food. It's delicious, it's good. So we thought what kind of other dishes that can have the same feeling. So we remembered our trips to the States, specifically the South. That's where we thought of bringing in. Actually, we're not really the first one to bring in Southern cuisine in the Angeles, but it kind of a similar feeling that generates by the Kapampangan food. So then we thought, what is the name that's suited? So when we look back, we remember that most of the southern states were called Dixieland.
Our target market are the middle class, class C, to the upper class, class A, the young professionals.
Since we opened, we have what we call the loyalty card that we give out to customers every 300 pesos purchase. And whenever, on the third visit, every visit they get a stamp. And on the third visit, they get a free sundae or a freebies. And what we've also done is, since we opened a lunch service, we are offering free iced tea for every entree or sandwich order.
Welcome back to the GA Report. This is the final portion, and I'd like to bring you back, Mr. Delphin Lee. But this time, maraming nagtatanong. Like this Apple Roncal, no?
Sana walang about sex education dyan.
Hindi, wala. Pero sabi niya, nakita ng courtyard, nakita yung mga ibang Pinayong businesses dito, and even the mansion, no? Nagtatanong siya ng advice kung anong pwedeng pasok na negosyo. Siguro gusto niya related sa mga ganitong, like the courtyard and the mansion.
Well, if you are planning of putting up maybe a resto bar, why don't you try and call our leasing department? Here at the courtyard.
Ubus na ata eh.
Wala na nga yata eh.
Ubus na ata eh.
But just in case.
64 eh. Oh.
Just in case.
Pero maraming humahabol, kaya siguro some of the guys here, they want a part 2 of this
You know, the funny thing is, if our viewers in Metro Manila, if you have friends in Pampanga, chances are, if you ask them about the mansions, ask them about Severa, ask them about the courtyard, alam nila yan. They have stories to tell.
Right. We have another question from Reva Naval, designer siya and art director. Designer and art director. I've always wanted to have my own business that is also related to my expertise. What message can you give me in the youth of today in order to stay focused and achieve our goals in life?
You are obviously you're very creative, right? You may have the know-how to come up with something that's very nice, something people will want to buy. But check first, do you have the marketing ability? Do you have the resources to go nationwide? Do you have the skills to manage the production? I would suggest maybe try to tie up with some established outfit, some established boutique stores, and offer your services in the form of coming up with new creations and then delegating the marketing network, the marketing aspect to them. Sila may network na eh.
Right. Another question. Pag entrepreneur ka, when you're an entrepreneur, yung push sa sarili mo is always there. Ikaw ang nagpo-push sa sarili mo. Don't wait for anybody. Ganun ba yan? Don't wait for anybody.
Nobody's going to push you. You have to do it yourself.
Right.
So you start, you'll be the designer if in case you want to be a dressmaker or you want to go into this field. You design your own product, you look for your own materials, you maybe you produce it yourself, but the key, how do you market this? So I suggest tie up with somebody big,
Pero
some established outfit.
overall, talagang hard work pa rin.
Hard work.
Hard work.
You have to do it by yourself. Nobody's going to do it for you.
Okay. Now, this question. This is my question for you. Because I've seen you move around. You built when there was all this crisis all over the world, in the country, it's creeping in.
Alam mo, crisis is in the mind. We talk about this global crisis. We talk about this housing slum in the States. Honestly, it makes a very minimal impact in our economy, especially in real estate. Maybe the one, our U.S. market is affected, but that's a small pie.
Yeah.
Especially when you're talking of the this type of market that we're targeting. This is the low cost to lower middle class. It doesn't make any dent at all. So let's stop thinking of the crisis and let's start working. Let's just continue what we're doing.
Okay. I want to go on because you've got so many letters here, and many emails.
You know, I've been getting also emails.
Right. Don't be afraid. Keep on asking. Keep on asking, and we'll answer you the best way that we can.
Obviously, there are a lot of people who want to start their own business. They just don't know how to start. Isa lang, simple lang na ma-advise ko eh. Take the first step. You may have the best plan, you may come up with so much complicated plans. If you don't start the first step, you're going nowhere. Just do it.
Do it.
Then, as you go through it, you learn how to adjust, you learn how to make adjustment, you learn how to avoid the pitfalls. Ultimately, you're going to succeed.
Oh, that probably capsulized the whole discussion for today. So again, we have to thank you, yung mga letter senders po nag-email dito po sa ating programa. So, Mr. DL,
Thank you, and I hope to see you again next week.
and again, next week, Sonny Lopez for the GA Report.
We'd love to hear your comments and answer your queries. So please, don't forget to email us. This program has been brought to you by Globe Asiatic.